Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Van Andel Soccer Stadium here in the campus of Hope College for today's non-league contest between the Bears of Washington University in St. Louis and your Hope College Flying Dutchmen. Here this afternoon's starting lineups. First, for the Washington University in St. Louis Bears, a senior defender from Menlo Park, California, number 2, Alistair Shaw. A junior forward from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, number 4, Sergio Rivas.
A senior midfielder from Los Altos, California, number 5, Now Giannis. A sophomore defender from Trophy, Texas, number 6, Reese Nicholson. A sophomore forward from Heartland, Wisconsin, number 9, John Daniels. A junior defender from Centerville, Virginia, number 10, Sheev Lamba. A sophomore midfielder from St. Louis, Missouri, number 11, Owen Culver. A senior midfielder from St. Louis, Missouri, number 13, Armando Sanchez Conde. A freshman midfielder from Houston, Texas, number 24, Eugene Hager. A senior defender from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 26, Alex Smith. And a senior goalkeeper from Cupertino, California, number 30, Matt Martin. Head coach for the Bears is Joe Clark. And now here's the starting lineup for your Hope College Flying Dutchmen. A freshman goalkeeper from Barrington, Illinois, number 1, Daniel Hesselbein. A junior defender from Grand Rapids, number 3, Jackson Strabel. A senior defender from Northport, number 4, Brett Dyer. A senior defender from Fremont, number 5, Dominic Byrne. A sophomore midfielder from Grand Rapids, number 6, Ethan Jansen. A senior midfielder from Bloomington, Illinois, number 7, Ryan Flynn. A sophomore midfielder from Farmington Hills, number 10, Matt Wimmer. A sophomore defender from Spring Lake, number 12, Brandon Fless. A junior midfielder from Rochester Hills, number 16, Nick Hubert. A senior forward from Bloomington, Illinois, number 20, Griffin Brusso. And a freshman midfielder from Grand Ledge, number 21, Matt Davidson. Head coach for the Flying Dutchmen is Dave Brandt. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, if you would, please remove your caps. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Officials for this afternoon are Renee Mejia Jr., Jordan Howard, and Brian.
Good afternoon and welcome to the campus of Hope College here at Van Andel Soccer Stadium. This afternoon we've got a good matchup. It's Hope College Flying Dutchmen and the Washington St. Louis University Bears. The Bears coming into the match 4-0 thus far in the season. Obviously UAA play has not started for them. The Dutchmen 2-1-1, another top team coming into this season. Obviously haven't started their league play. in the MIAA either. The Bears and the Dutchmen both really setting this game in the schedule for an early test. These are two teams that one would expect to see later on in the year, potentially come the NCAA tournament. Two teams who could meet out of the region and really should be a good test for them. For the Bears, starting lineup: Alistair Shaw, Sergio Rivas, who has 4 goals and 2 assists through 4 games, a player to watch. Giannis, Nicholson, Daniels, Lamba, Culver, Sanchez Conde, Gemmel, Hager, Smith, and Martin. For the Dutchmen, an all-familiar 11 from last time out: Hesselbein, Strabel, Dyer, Byrne, Jansen, Flynn, Wimmer, Fless, Kubert, Brusso, and Davidson. Bears wearing all red this afternoon. Sunny day here in Holland, mid-70s. Can't ask for much better weather. They'll attack from left to right across your computer screen or your television. The Dutchmen, sporting the white tops, will attack from right to left here in the first half. Bears looking to apply the pressure early. That one sought out by Brandon Fless. Bears quick to win it back. Both of these teams going to look to move the ball, possess it as much as they can. Quick passes, similar play style. Both teams very technical. One just knocked out of bounds for a Bears throw on the far side. Brandon Fless clears it away. And really the first test back there for Nicholson in the back line of the WashU Bears. Deals with it quite well. Rivas looks to have his first run. That one is squandered by the Dutchman. Don Byrne for the Dutchman on his left foot. Inside to Ryan Flynn. Ryan Flynn, who missed last game due to a red card. Back tonight for the Dutchman. Byrne outlets to Fless. Fless to Wimmer. Good pressure there from Rivas. Davidson touches on for Wimmer, and it finds back to the feet of Davidson. Fless with it. Strabel has his pocket picked. Here's Rivas on the attack. Looking for an outlet pass. Elects to knock it outside. Teammates onside. Bears really with the first opportunity here. A shot towards the back post. That one's going to miss everything. And Hasselbein will just watch it roll out of bounds harmlessly. That time it was 19. Michael Gemmel. Really the first good opportunity for either time. Just 2 minutes in to the match. Hasselbein with the goal kick. Up towards Griffin Brusso. Posted up on a Bears defender. Good layoff there by Kubert. Davidson on the right wing. Back to Strabel. Strabel into the feet of Kubert. Lays it off for Wimmer. Davidson collects, looks to advance. Good skill there from the freshman. Byrne now on the left foot. Inside to Flynn. Flynn can't control. One back by the Bears. Here's Gemmel. Gemmel met there by Byrne. Looked like a handball, nothing doing from the official. And a lax pass from Brett Dyer that time is knocked out of bounds from Byrne. So a little bit scattered from both teams. Going to take some time for both of them to get settled in, feel each other out. Two teams that want to possess, and especially early on when there's a lot of energy in the game, the press will be high. Obviously the press a way to counteract possession-style teams. Long ball that time from the goalkeeper of the Bears up towards the Hope back line. It eventually falls to Byrne. Byrne finds Kubert, lays it off to Brusso. Kubert then lost control of it. That one won nicely by Hager, and Hager loses out almost immediately to Flynn. Back to Byrne. Byrne has options, looking for Dyer down the left side. Nicholson had it covered. Thought his goalkeeper was coming to grab it from him. Matt Martin, Nicholson, able to work that one out. Martin, the senior goalkeeper from Cupertino, California. Strable up the line. Nicely dealt with there by the Bears back line. Ball up the line back towards Strable and Rivas. That's going to be really the matchup of the night. As I mentioned earlier, Rivas coming into the game, season only 4 games young, and anytime you have 4 goals and 2 assists to your name, 10 points, that's quite the stat line this early on in the season. Nice ball there by Kubert. Brett Dyer with time to think about it on his left foot. Looks for Brusso. That ball is deflected, and Martin was rooted to his spot. Didn't come and grab it, and has to be knocked out of bounds for an early corner here for the Dutchman. Ryan Flynn, Dutchman number 7. Senior from Bloomington, Illinois. Ball towards the near post. That one looked like Fless was going to be able to finish it. Jansen now on the back post. Right-footed shot, tipped around by Martin, and he is able to gather. Takes a stroll up to the top of his box. Thought about rolling it out to his left-sided center back, and instead will give it a ride. Long ride at that, all the way to Hesselbein and the other goal. Byrne into Flynn. Flynn turns, surveys, couple of ball rolls, and finds Byrne. Brett Dyer finds himself sandwiched in between 2 Washington University Bears, and now an opportunity for them to break if it weren't for a great challenge from Ethan Jansen, which silences the Bears' attack. Jackson Strable with it now. Back to Fless. Fless into Davidson. Davidson a little stop and go to get away from Rivas. Here's Wimmer. Wimmer on his right foot. Flicks back out to Davidson. Wimmer with it again. Inside to Kubert. Kubert with a man on his back. Turns away. Finds Flynn. Flynn on the left foot. Has Dyer wide. Dyer left foot touch towards the end line, and just one too many touches. Well defended there by the Bears, as it was, I believe, Sanchez Conde down there. Rather, it was Lamba forcing Dyer to the end line. Forced him to run out of real estate. This one is short from Martin to Nicholson. Nicholson up to Lamba. Laid back into Nicholson. Looking for the right-footed clearance. Good pressure from the Dutchman. Here's Kubert on his weaker right foot. That one won't be test a keeper of the caliber of Martin. And Martin will give it another ride into his team's offensive third. Strable tracks down the towering punt, knocks the header over the fence on the east side of the stadium. And WashU gets the game restarted with a throw-in. Rivas playing back through Hager. And a tackle from Wimmer as well as Jansen, and now Jansen with room to advance forward. He has Kubert through. That one's well cut out by Alistair Shaw. Shaw and Nicholson, the 2 towering center backs for the Bears. Ball finds its way all the way back to Martin. Martin outlaws. And just a foul there as the Bears move forward. Looked like Sergio Rivas was introduced to the turf by Jackson Strable. Rivas again. Lays it into Culver. Culver with room to advance. Left-footed pass, good ball. Hesselbein needs to make a decision. Couldn't get to it, but the angle quickly got too fine. I think it was that time John Daniels with the right-footed opportunity just couldn't wrap his foot around it and would have been offsides anyways. So the Dutchmen get away with one there, but early warning shots fired by the Bears. Wimmer back to Strable. Shaw advances it into the midfield where it's cut out by Kubert. Kubert going to Flynn. Flat ball cut out all day long by the Bears. Shaw trying to work through Brandon Fless. A little bit higher than he would like as a center back, wins the ball back. And now Davidson through Jansen, and Flynn will turn. He's got Dyer, looking for Dyer. Dyer met by Lamba. Little slip on the turf, able to retain his balance. Sends it back to Flynn. Brusso back to Flynn, the Bloomington, Illinois connection. Flynn with the ball roll. Surrounded by 3 Bears defenders. And I can hear Coach Brand of the Flying Dutchman urging his players to move the ball faster. Davidson wins out against Rivas. Here's Jansen. Jansen, right-footed pass. Near side to Dyer. Dyer into Brusso. Brusso looking to shift it over to Davidson. Little miscommunication between Wimmer and Davidson. Now it's back with Strabel. Jansen on the right foot. Outlets through Byrne, excuse me. Flynn back to Fless. Big sophomore defender Fless for the Dutchman. Sends that one over top. Was just a little bit too aggressive. Rolled out by Martin. Almost picked off by the Dutchman, but the Bears are able to recalibrate. Take back possession, but they quickly hand it back to the Dutchman. Byrne into Brusso. Brusso looking to lay it off. That one's cut out by Hager. Gemmel looking for the ball over top to Rivas. Cut out by Fless. And once more the Bears will try to settle in with possession. A bump there. Advantage call from the referee. And now Gemmel up the right side. He faces up Fless. Looks to cut inside. Well defended by Brandon Fless. Outlets to Flynn. Flynn with a soft pass. Bears are going to pounce all over that. Left-footed shot to the far post. Nice save there by Hesselbein. That was Owen Culver, the sophomore out of St. Louis. Making a little bit of space on his left foot, trying to find that far post. Had the right bend on it, maybe a little bit too much bend, which brought it back into a comfortable position for Hesselbein to push it far. But Gemmel will jog across for the Bears' first corner of the game. Right-footed service towards the near post. First ball won by Wimmer. No changes. Gemmel gets the chance to do it all over again. Pretty steady wind headed towards the southernmost point of the field. See that corner flag blowing right behind Gemmel. Makes it more interesting for the Dutchman to deal with. Good ball towards the back post. A few bodies flying at it. Ultimately over top of everyone. Hesselbein seemed to have it covered. It was, if anyone was going to get there, it was going to be Lamba for the Bears. But nothing doing, and the Dutchman will get us restarted with a goal kick. About 13 minutes gone here in the first half. Scoreless between Hope College and Washington St. Louis. Off the ensuing goal kick. Neither team able to get it on the floor. The Bears do now. Gemmel just missed his layoff. Plus outlets through Hesselbein. Hesselbein, right-footed ball towards Davidson. Tough one for the freshman to handle. He does it expertly. Looks for a center back moving forward. Jansen gets knotted off. Right-footed shot. That one's going to fly over. But again, another opportunity for the Bears, who are sitting in, awaiting their chances, and it's only a matter of time until one of these chances finds the back of the net. Hesselbein towards Jansen. Lamba with it. Looking for his teammate. Daniels up the line, only finds the feet of Brett Dyer. And now Lamba with the throw. Into Gemmel. Gemmel on the left foot. Outlets through Hager. Hager has Rivas up ahead. That's who they want on it. Rivas is onside, right-footed shot, and Hesselbein again. This time he holds it. Sergio Rivas doesn't need that many opportunities. Probably one more, and I'd put my money on him scoring. Here's Flynn. Left-footed pass to Dyer. Dyer pressured. Nice work there by Lamba, as well as Daniels. Frustrating. Brett Dyer had nowhere to go. Sanchez Conde plays it short to Lamba. Lamba on the left foot. Looking to outlet the other way. That one's picked off by Kubert. But Nicholson there to clean it up. Can't retain possession for the Bears. Now the Dutchman will look to return the favor of all this possession that the Bears have had in the past 5 minutes. Kubert looking for Brusso. Martin alert. Comes out. Cleans that one up. He outlets short to Lamba. Good pressure from the Dutchman and good control from Hager as he's able to outlet, and then the long ball over top only finds the feet of Byrne. Byrne to Dyer to Flynn. Flynn with room to carry. Has an outlet on the right side if he wants it. He goes there. Davidson. Wimmer now. Well defended again by the Bears. And now possibly a rush situation for them. Daniels on the near side wants it. He gets it. Faces up Byrne. Has runners in behind. It's Gemmel. Looked like Gemmel may have wandered offsides. The referee doesn't raise a flag. Chipped pass towards Rivas, just weren't on the same page. Were Culver and Rivas. But very clearly, if you're watching at home, this game could change on a dime. Both of these teams with an ability to attack from back to front extremely quickly. Here's Kubert. Good fight between him and Shaw. Byrne this time, looking for Dyer. Dyer lost his footing. Now it's Gemmel for the Bears. Back to Lamba. Lamba outlets through Sanchez Conde. And all the way to the other side, that's Giannis. Now back through Nicholson. And Giannis collects again, has room to turn. And we'll lay it off to Shaw. Going to see the introduction of Landon Green for the Bears here in just a few moments. Green, a freshman out of California. Bears looking dangerous again. Dom Byrne there to smother it, and he finds Flynn. Flynn outletting towards Davidson. Well covered there by Giannis. Giannis' first touch found Strabel, and then Strabel's first touch found Shaw. And the Bears will look to possess and advance again. Here's Daniels on the near side. Daniels looking for a runner through. That one was read all the way by Fless. Now Flynn looking for Brusso over top. Well defended there by Nicholson. Couple substitutions coming up here for both the Dutchman and the Bears. As I mentioned earlier, Landon Green will check into the game. It'll be Gemmel who takes the first break. Also going to see Ty Morgan as well as Cameron Huber for the Dutchman. It's Kubert and Brusso, the two frontmen who started the game for the Dutchman, who will now find themselves resting on the sideline. Ty Morgan's first touch of the game, back to Wimmer. Wimmer beats a defender off the dribble. Good skill and good balance there. Got a runner inside, and just as I said he had good balance, Wimmer finds the floor. And the Bears will look to counter. It's Rivas. Rivas right foot, knifing through the midfield. Lays it off for Daniels. Lamba now. Cuts back through to Sanchez Conde. Daniels, little scoop pass looking for Rivas. Byrne, as cool as ever, finds Wimmer. Now Flynn with time to turn. Got runners ahead. Wimmer through Jansen, outlets to Strabel. And Davidson stands on it. Elects to send it back into the path of Strabel. Ethan Jansen dribbling through the midfield, may have gotten away with one there. Up the line towards Ty Morgan. Ty Morgan with that breakaway speed. Shaw with the acceleration to cover it. Well defended there by Shaw. May have turned an ankle on the play. And it looks like Shaw is still a little shaken up. Sideline official on the far side has his flag raised. And I look down to see head coach Joe Clark of the Bears with his hands on his head. Doesn't want to lose Alistair Shaw this early on in the game, let alone at all. And checking in for him is the junior back from Glenview, Illinois. That's Gavin Morse.
Substitution. Entering the line for the Bears, number 12, Gavin Morse.
Gavin Morse into the game. That's frustrating for Alistair Shaw. I've been there, especially as a central defender, a pretty orthodox play, and you just feel your ankle give away underneath you on the turf. They don't look that bad. They don't feel that good. We've eclipsed the 25-minute mark to go in the first half. Really, ever since the first 10 minutes, this game's begun to settle in. Both teams getting into their patterns. Cameron Huber this time over top. First touch of the game for Morris. He deals with it well. Davidson into Wimmer now for the Dutchman. Huber back to goal. Looking for Flynn. He finds Flynn. Flynn will come wide to Dyer. A couple Hope fans asking for their players to get forward into the box. Have to agree with them. Dutchmen have been able to get it high and wide into good positions and just haven't had the runners to create anything dangerous. Here's Byrne into Flynn. Flynn, ball roll, holds the ball up. Outlets through Jansen into Byrne. Dyer with it, finds Huber. Nicely defended there by Lamba. And Lamba scoops it forward one more. That pass picked off by Flynn. Strabel. Into Davidson. A few moments here, we're going to see Ezra Joseph. Joseph, a freshman out of Middleton, Wisconsin. As Flynn pressures Bears defender. Nice to see the two players exchange a high five. At the end of that, it was Nicholson and Flynn racing. Nicholson did a good job to get his body in between the end line, the ball, and the defender. Insert yourself there as a defender, and your opposition has no choice. If they want to get the ball, they have to go through you. It's either a foul or they just won't get there. Martin with the dead ball restart. First ball won by Byrne. Second ball bounces in front of Dyer. He scoops it up the line towards Lamba. Lamba does a nice job to get it back on the floor, but misses his teammate, only finds Byrne, who instantly gives it back to the Bears. Dyer looking for the one-touch transition. And the Bears continue to outlet through their back line. All the way across to Giannis. Giannis looking inside for Hager. That one's picked off by Wimmer. It's Huber now. Huber, right-footed pass towards Ty Morgan. Ty Morgan, left-footed shot. Always rising. But once more, to my earlier comment, this game is going to be a game that changes in the blink of an eye, at least from what I'm seeing. It's just going to be one moment of magic to separate what really is a deadlock right now. Much of this game being played in the middle third, neither team really showing dominance on either end. Giannis with it. Given away to the Dutchman. Cameron Huber will give chase. He's met there by Morse. Well defended by Morse. But the pressure from Huber forces the ball out of bounds, and a couple more changes for the Dutchman. It's Herkovic and Jake Lyon. Ryan Flynn as well as Brett Dyer will take a break for the Dutchman. Herkovic's first action is a throw-in. Cameron Huber ran out of space. Had to play a harmless pass that's collected by Lamba. Lamba out the other way through Nicholson. Nicholson on it. He finds Green. Green back to Giannis. Now Nicholson. Pressure there by Ty Morgan. Jake Lyon finds Wimmer. Wimmer on the right foot. Gets away from a few defenders. Has an opportunity to serve. Looking for Huber. Falls to Lamba. Lamba able to deal with it. Culver now. Gets away from Jansen, but then his pass only finds the feet of Herkovic. Nice touch there in transition by 24, Eugene Hager. And the Bears have possession again. Sanchez Conde looking over top. Byrne there to deal with it. Goes back to Daniel Hesselbein. Goalkeeper has to use his feet, does well to find Jake Lyon on the far side. Lyon into Jansen. A little too strong on the pass, and off the turnover the Bears will look to advance. Pass from Lamba. Falls out of bounds, and a whole plethora of changes. 3 for the Dutchman and 1 for the Bears. I'll try to keep up. It's Griffin Brown, as well as Thomas DeVries into the game. That third substitution was Kai Francisco. And we'll also see number 26, Alex Smith, into the game. Senior back from Indianapolis. Looks like 2 more changes are coming as well for the Bears. That's Haidari into the game. And also Trevor Perez into the game for the Bears. So a number of different names out there for both teams, as we've got 18:50 to play in the first half here at Van Andel Soccer Stadium in Holland, Michigan. DeVries with it. Finds Lyon. Lyon inside to Kai Francisco. Strabel. Lyon up the line, looking for Ty Morgan. Well dealt with there by Nicholson. Ty Morgan, quick throw towards Thomas DeVries. DeVries beats a defender. And nice shielding once again from the Bears. Probably a foul, but they're better suited with the goal kick as the official lets that play just die out. And Martin will take the goal kick responsibilities. Short goal kick. Bears looking to build from the back to the front. Doing so unsuccessfully as the Dutchman won possession back, and then it's given right back to the Bears by Brandon Fless. Good pressure there by Griffin Brown to halt the Bears' counterattack as they move it to the far side. Ball over top towards Rivas. Burns going to have to deal with that one. His clearance deflected off of Rivas, harmlessly into Hesselbein. And Hesselbein instructing his teammates to get up and in. Now we'll lay the ball down to play it direct. His right-footed service. Won there by the Bears. Strabel with possession again for the Dutchman. Tries to find a penetrating pass. Deflected back to Byrne, and then Byrne gives it away. But the Bears possibly too instantaneous to try to go directly forward. That pass will roll once again harmlessly beyond the touchline for a goal kick. Goal kick ticking quickly to Byrne, into Griffin Brown. Byrne with it once more. Ball got caught up in his feet. Good pressure here from the Bears. Good skill as well. That's Culver. Culver still going. And Fless may have gotten a little lucky there as he just found the ball at his feet, rather. Inside his own 6-yard box. He's able to clear it out, and the Bears will have to start again. The substitute center back, Gavin Morris, looking up the line for the substitute winger, Landon Green.
Substitution. Entering the line for the Flying Dutchman. Number 2, Colton Baker.
And Colton Baker into the game for the first time this afternoon. The sophomore defender out of Byron Center, Dom Byrne. Probably taking a few too many touches in the back for the level of comfort that Coach Brandt prefers. He'll take a break. A couple bodies hit the floor. No foul according to the referee. Griffin Brown gives it right back to the Bears, though, in a dangerous position. Was cut out for a moment by Thomas DeVries. But then Rivas, is able to take it the other way. Back to Lamba. Thought about the right-footed ball, looked for the left-footed ball instead. Landon Green just wasn't on the same page. Ball was headed out of bounds, but Hesselbein stops it before it's out for a goal kick. And his service up towards Ty Morgan. Back to the Bears, and the Bears with an opportunity here. Left-footed strike towards the near post. Looks like there was a deflection. And the Dutchman will have to deal with a corner kick here. Two substitutes coming onto the field here for the Bears. 15, Lucas Regola. And Jabari Vivar into the game as well, the number 7 for Washington St. Louis. Service for the men in red towards the near post. That one's dangerous. I think it took a touch off Hesselbein. Attempted back heel by the Bears. Not enough power on it. And it's saved by Hesselbein, who outlets here on the near side towards Herkovic. Herkovic, left-footed ball. It's a good one. Cameron Huber gives chase. He'll be met there by Nicholson, who showed very good closing speed. And Nicholson right back up to his feet, barking instructions at his teammates, wondering why there was such a big gap down the sideline. Herkovic, waiting on some movement, finds Morgan. Morgan with his back to goal, tries to turn up his defender, does so successfully, nutmegs another. As I mentioned the other night, nutmegs don't really count unless you retain possession. Here's DeVries, back to Griffin Brown. Brown thought about a shot, that one was blocked. Nice touch there by Colton Baker, and the Dutchman retained possession. Huber looking up the line for DeVries. Bit of a miscommunication. And 12:40 to go. Still scoreless in this tie between Wash U and Hope College. Morgan trying to change that. The Bears aren't quick to allow him to. Griffin Brown may have gotten away with a handball. And now Jake Lyon trying to get the end line, just too strong, runs out of real estate. And a goal kick back to the Bears. Martin always looking to take these goal kicks short, get the ball into play quickly. Much to Coach Brandt's vocal leadership from the sidelines, the Dutchman able to thwart any potential short outlets. So Martin pushes his team forward, and now we'll give it a ride. Right-footed service. Passes the first line of aerial defense, and a couple of sighs of relief from the Dutchman fans as they were at least able to deal with the immediate pressure from a couple passes by center backs. But the Bears retain possession again. Looking to break through this stifling Hope College defense. With it on the near side was Regola. He was looking down the line for Lamba. Lamba now gets it off the throw. Back to Morse. Morse to Lamba. Lamba looks to touch it through the legs of Ty Morgan, who does well to defend. Retains possession through Thomas DeVries. Perkovic, near side. Left-footed ball over top. Closest player there is a man in red. It's Morse. He outlets back through Martin. Martin into Lamba. Morse now. Back to Martin. Martin, right-footed service. Hits a good ball up towards Rivas. Standing on it and serving it out wide is Joseph. Joseph's pass dealt with by Baker, who uses his goalkeeper Hesselbein. Baker trying to find Brown. Brown a little bit too casual, but luckily for Baker and the Dutchman, they'll be able to retain possession by way of a goal kick. 2 more changes for the Dutchman, 1 more for the Bears. First for the Bears, it's Nolan Wolf. Ole Olsen wearing the number 17 shirt, and Paulo Akala, number 23 for the Dutchman. 2 sophomores, 1 from Alto, Michigan, 1 from Kalamazoo. Into the game for the Dutchman. It's the Bears' danger man, at least so far this season, Sergio Rivas, who will rest for the remainder of this half. 9:30 to go into the break. Hesselbein up towards Brown. 1 there by DeVries. DeVries through Strabel. Strabel has a call over top. Akala may have gotten lucky with his second touch. Olsen could have gotten through, and good pressure from Olsen. Morse was able to deal with it. And again, 2 more changes, 1 for each team. 18 is Kai Jurgel for the Dutchman, and it's number 3, Jackson Menasham, checking in as 22 Ezra Joseph's stint here in the first half is over. Good pressure here on Baker by the newcomer Menasham. And Menasham doesn't see what he did wrong, but with the extended arm, you can't do that. Foul as the Dutchmen get it underway quickly again. Baker looking for a pass. Good step there by the Bears. And now Morse into the feet of Regala. Back through Nicholson. Nicholson, calm and composed, finds the feet of Perez. Nicholson looking for another pass. That one's picked off by Lyon. Lyon wants to attack right away on the front foot. Nicholson, after giving it away, is there to clean up the mess. But the Dutchman will have possession in the offensive third, trying to find the breakthrough here before halftime. Berkovic looking for Akala. Good step there by Lamba. And the clearance, that time by Haidari, is knocked out of bounds off of DeVries. Martin allowing his teammates to get forward. Another beautiful flighted ball up across midfield. and eventually it settles down to the Bears. First pass forward, though, is cut out by the Dutchman, and the ensuing pass from the Dutchman is cut out by the Bears. Martin again gives it another ride. This one over top the back line. Brandon Fless is going to have his hands full here, but the athletic Fless able to track down the bouncing ball and outlets it to Strabel. Strabel shifting and turning away from a few Washington U defenders. Knocks it out of bounds for a throw-in. And it's DeVries who nods it forward towards the Wash U back line. Lyon with the throw-in responsibilities. Goes into DeVries. DeVries showing good strength to retain possession there. Ball finds its way back to Strabel. Strabel again. Good pressure there by Hazelwood. Hudson Hazelwood, the junior out of Princeville, Illinois. Now Morse, the right foot. He finds Regala. Regala into the feet of Lamba. Lamba looking up the line. That time for Vivar. Seems that both of these teams just having a little bit of trouble connecting that final pass. The initial movement, the short one touches to maintain possession at the beginning of the move, really coming off nicely. It's then when they start to expand. I guess we could compliment the back lines and the defensive midfielders of both of these teams. That's a good ball by Akala to take out a couple lines of Bears defenders. Here's Lyon trying to get the end line. Well defended there by a Bear. But the Dutchmen will have their third corner of the game. Herkovic's over it. That was Alex Smith for Wash U, making the recovery run. Senior out of Indianapolis. Herkovic with the left foot. Dutchmen make their move. Ball towards DeVries. DeVries gets the end line. Ball cut back across. I think it found the foot of Ole Olsen. Didn't get the contact that he wanted, but a nice play, something from the training ground by the Dutchman. Martin deals with it comfortably. Here's Martin. Right-footed service. That one, Bess. Brandon Fless. And then the clearance will fall back into the path of Alex Smith. Smith gives it away on the front foot. Are the Dutchmen. Olsen with it. Finds Lyon. Lyon with runners in the box. High lofted ball. Not the service that he wanted. But Martin, just to be safe, gets a right fist to it. And the Dutchmen with their fourth corner here in the first half. This one will be Paulo Akala. Alcala. One runner in. It's Fless. Short ball, left-footed shot. Was really a cross. Came off as a shot. Another play there from the Dutchman. Clearly, Coach Brand has been working on those short corner plays with his team. Another good opportunity in the clearance from Martin. Finds its way beyond Hesselbein for another goal kick. 2:10 left here in the first half. Still plenty of action in front of us, but both of these teams are going to have to find a way to break down the tactics of the other at halftime. Lyon looking for the ball down the line, cut out by Smith. On the turn is Menasham. Menacham's pass is cut out. Neither team with possession, and eventually it falls down to the Bears. That's Nicholson looking to connect a pass. Good play out here by Hazelwood. Hazelwood looking for Menacham. He's beat to it by Fless. Now the service over top from Strabel. Direct ball towards Alcala. Knocks over the much taller Nicholson. Bud Morse behind Nicholson. Outlets to Martin. Martin with service. Straight at the chest of Jake Lyon. Good pressure from Paulo Alcala that time.
1 minute.
On it is Francisco. His left-footed pass not where he intended. And with 55 seconds to go in the game, the Washington U Bears may have our last opportunity of the half. Up towards Menacham. Fless getting tugged by Menacham. Official not calling. And the sideline official had to raise his flag to alert the official of the infraction. Now the Dutchman with 30 seconds to go. Hesselbein may take his time getting this one back towards his opposition's goal. Hesselbein sends it forward. One there by the Bears. Fless with the left-footed clearance out the other way. 10-second countdown is on. DeVries, right-footed ball towards the corner. Martin will collect, and that will do it. So at the end of one, really just a stalemate. Not much to tell you about. A couple opportunities for both teams. The scoreboard shows 4 shots on goal for the Dutchmen and 4 shots on goal for the Bears. Like I mentioned, both of these teams have some tactical work to do in the locker room at halftime. We'll see what they come out in the second half. We'll take a 15-minute break, but we'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope Admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope Admissions Office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Hello, welcome to Hope College. We're so excited to take you along with us. Let's go.
One of the really nice things is just how many different ways there are to get involved and just how many wonderful traditions we have.
Peer coaching, academic advising, all sorts of resources that will help our students transition from high school into college level academics.
10 minutes away from Holland State Park, and the activities, restaurants, coffee shops, and location of downtown Holland is a big draw for students.
We are a Christian school, but we also very much like to think of ourselves as invitational and are ready to meet you on anywhere you are in your faith journey.
We'd love to host an in-person tour with you, and we hope to see you soon. Bye!
Welcome back inside Van Andel Soccer Stadium. I'm Steve Mitting, getting ready for the second half kickoff between the Flying Dutchman of Hope College and the Bears of Washington St. Louis University. Wash U with an opportunity to play Hope on this side of Lake Michigan. Looked ahead in their schedule. They've got a game coming up this Saturday with Wheaton College. But first things first, we've got 45 minutes at least to play. If it's anything like the first half, we may even get some extra time here at Van Andel. Matt Davidson finds Jake Lyon. Up the line to Cooper. That one knocked out of bounds. Nicholson doing a nice job. Push it off the attacker, Cooper. This time Cooper deflects it again, but it stays inbound. Falls to Griffin Brusso. And Brusso just couldn't find it under control. And his attempted shot is scooped up by Martin. Martin throws it out to his outside back. It's Daniels for the Bears. Sanchez Conde. And the Bears will look to reset. It's back to Martin. As Byrne comes forward to win the header. Davidson with it. A little bit of space for the freshman out of Grand Ledge, and getting a little bit overeager there was Haidari. Haidari, the sophomore out of Danville, California, just got into the back there of Matt Davidson. Nothing too wrong with it, but will it lead to a free kick here for the Dutchman? It's Kubert and Flynn over top of it. The Dutchman stacked up in a line aside from Jake Lyon on the back post. See if they can't test Martin here. Flynn thought about it. It's Cooper. Cooper floated ball towards the back post. Won by Fless. Back across the face of the goal. Martin awake and aware. Comes out to collect. And now he's got runners forward. It's Gemmel. Wimmer. Able to win the first ball. Only as far as Rivas, but Rivas' pass finds no one, and eventually the ball comes out to Ryan Flynn, who goes to Brett Dyer. Finds Wimmer in the midfield. Dyer coming up the left side. Bit of a loose pass from Brett Dyer that time. The Bears looking to go the other way. And the attempted outlet pass strikes the referee. Under new NCAA rules, every single time that an official was struck with the ball, play should be stopped and restarted with a drop ball. Back underway are the Bears as they bring it forward into the Dutchman's defensive end for the first time this half. Here's Brusso. To Wimmer. Loose pass finds its way back to Hesselbein. Dyer, the left foot, looking for Brusso. It's cut out by Morse. There's still no Alistair Shaw for the Bears. Probably safe to assume that that twisted ankle is going to be enough to keep him out of the game. Here's Gemmel. Sanchez Conde trying to get the end line. He successfully pushes past Dyer. Now a right-footed service for the Bears. Free header chance there for Rivas, and offsides is Rivas. So Jake Lyon staying quite disciplined, and the Dutchmen don't even know that they're bailed out yet as they were getting ready to defend a corner kick. Instead, it will be a direct kick from Hesselbein on its way out. Flynn lays it back for Wimmer. Wimmer into Brusso. Brusso loses it out. Well defended there by Culver. Here's Rivas. Comes up the line to Giannis. Giannis lets it roll past to Gemmel. Giannis again. Inside to Culver. Clever touch there from Culver, but Jake Lyons showing strength. Referee allowing the boys to arm check each other a little bit and pull on each other. Nothing wrong with that as long as it goes both ways. Culver in the corner, facing up Jake Lyon, looking for the nutmeg. Off the knee into Giannis. Giannis' service finds Culver. Bears definitely on the front foot here early on in the second half. Clearance towards Nicholson. Nicholson looking to turn, has to keep it in bounds. Good skill there from the big man, but it's his teammate who loses out to Kubert. Flynn has Dyer if he wants him, goes into Kubert. Kubert lays it back for Brusso. Now Flynn. Flynn coming forward. Finds Dyer. Dyer with runners in the box towards Brusso. Leaves it for Kubert. Left-footed shot. And there's the goal for the Dutchman. Something out of nothing. Just as I say, the Bears have the front foot. It's the Dutchman who find the opening goal here in the second half. 39-03. Good ball across from Brett Dyer, who's been struggling, admittedly, early on in the second half. And it's Nick Kubert on his favorite left foot, able to shuffle that one home just out of the reach of Martin, and the Dutchmen have a 1-0 lead.
For the Flying Dutchman, striker number 1, number 16, Nick Kubert.
So there you have it from our PA announcer, Alan, here in the press box. Nick Kubert scoring his first goal, I believe, of the season. Definitely the first goal here this evening for the Dutchman. 1-0 Dutchman. 38:52 to play in this contest between Washington University St. Louis and Hope College. Good tackle there from Giannis. See if the Bears don't wake up after that unexpected goal from the Dutchman. Here's Kubert on the turn. He's got Brusso up ahead, also has Flynn to his left. Goes to Flynn. Flynn looking to turn, almost lost out, keeps it on his right foot, now does lose out again. Second time I'll say it this half, well defended by Culver. It's Rivas. Rivas on the right foot. Strabel, who's checked back into the game for the Dutchman, getting in the way there. And somehow, after all that, Daniel is able to maintain possession. And now Culver on the turn. Ball through towards Rivas. Rivas in a last-ditch effort from Brett Dyer, who's able to poke it off the foot of Rivas. But once more, the Bears just showing that they can be dangerous, really, anytime, anywhere. Davidson. Good skill there, and flicks it off to Wimmer. Matt Davidson is going to be some kind of player as he continues to progress. Culver, right foot, left foot, good skill, trying to get past Jansen, but Jansen just too strong and too aware, allows it to roll out of bounds. Goal kick upcoming for Hesselbein and the Dutchman. Hesselbein. Brusso, great pressure there, but the ball got out of bounds before he could slide to get to it. Checking back into the game here for the Bears is Lamba. Lamba will give Idari a break.
Substitution into the lineup of the Bears.
Number 10, Sheep Lamba.
Ball up the line from Culver. Rolls out in front of Coach Brand and the rest of the Dutchman team here on the near side. Touch between Wimmer and Davidson. Not tidy enough and out of bounds. Back to the Bears. Nicholson will outlet through Martin. Martin one touch away. That one's towards Jansen. Jansen's touch, not what he intended. And now an opportunity for Baruso, but before that, tough challenge. Don't think there was any malintent from Ryan Flynn. But contact nonetheless, and the Bears get us started with a quick free kick. Good step there by Byrne. Showing real strength at the back today. Baruso. To Dyer, back to Byrne. Byrne takes a look, tries to go over top towards Baruso. That one's going to be dealt with by Morse, who just nods it out of bounds. Hope College throw-in. 35-35 left in the ball game. Here's Baruso. Jansen. Back to Byrne. Flynn with it. Defender on his back, outlets to Jansen. Jansen all the way across to Davidson. Davidson thought about going on a run, now skips past the defender, finds Wimmer. Wimmer to Strabel. Strabel lost out. Culver able to get the ball out of his feet. Goes the other way. There's Daniels. Daniels through Lamba. Finds Giannis. Couple substitutions coming up again for both teams. But first, it's Rivas up the sideline. Rivas into Sanchez Conde. Conde trying to go the other way. That one's cut out by the Dutchman. Hubert holds up for the Dutchman. Skips away from a couple challenges. Nicholson let him know that he's there. And now Davidson has a runner up ahead, who is Griffin Baruso. Baruso applying the pressure, but Martin does just enough with the shielding help from Morse to come out and gather. Tries to get the game underway quickly. Kubert all over that for the Dutchman. Kubert, left-footed try. Just over the left post. A little bit of a sneaky attempt from Kubert. Could have been 2-0 Dutchman. Kubert trying to make the game all about himself. Baruso and Kubert, aforementioned, will now take a break. Huber, as well as Ty Morgan, back into the game. And it's 26 Alex Smith back into the game for the Bears. And I mentioned him earlier. Alistair Shaw back into the game. Senior from Menlo Park, California. Good to see Shaw back out there. May have some extra padding on that left ankle of his. It's Nicholson who takes a break. He's been a rock at the back today for the Bears. Huber doing a nice job to lay that one off. Ty Morgan with fresh legs. He'll take on Shaw. Shaw wheeling and dealing, trying to keep doing really anything to keep the ball out of his own 18. Now Dyer back on his right foot, looks to serve it across to Davidson. Davidson trying to retain possession. Good pressure there from the Bears, but Davidson showing that he's calm under pressure. And then a contested deflection. Hope fans saw it one way. Officials in Washington U saw it the other way. The ensuing throw-in towards Culver, nicked away by the Dutchman. Flynn surveying. Good ball into Morgan. Morgan left-footed try looking for Huber. Huber going back to Wimmer. Instead it comes to Flynn. Flynn, right foot. Still Flynn. Outside to Davidson. Davidson faces up Giannis. Back to Strabel. Strabel, big right-footed ball sweeping across the face of the goal at the top of the 18. Will come out to Daniels. Daniels collects. Has Dyer in his face, and Dyer knocks it out of bounds. For a Bears throw-in. Checking into the game for the first time this half, it's Ezra Joseph. Freshman from Middleton. Had really a bright 12-15 minutes. However long he was on in the first half, was a bit frustrated to see his number called. Felt he had a strong performance. We'll see if he can make a difference for the Bears here in the second half. Fless dealing with it for the Dutchman. Burns pass only finds Morse. And Smith trying to work it forward. Knocks it off a Hope College defender. And the Bears will retain possession once more. Shaw pushes that one out towards Morse. Morse sends it high and clear out of bounds. We're also going to see the return of Trevor Perez. But first, it's the Bears on the attack in the form of Armando Sanchez-Conde. Conde to Daniels. Daniels gets the end line, right-footed cross, deflected out of bounds by Byrne. But the Bears with a chance from a set piece here.
Substitution. Entering the lineup for the Bears, number 25, Trevor Perez.
Trevor Perez back into the game. Corner kick for the Bears right at Hesselbein. Looks like it may sneak into that top corner just for a moment, but Hesselbein, for a freshman, he is certainly confident between the goalposts. Grabbed that one with no problems. Hesselbein, direct service. Clears his two target forwards. Shaw just has to usher it out of bounds. We're also getting ready to see Thomas DeVries and Griffin Brown back in for the Dutchman.
Entering the lineup for the Flying Dutchman, number 8, Griffin Brown. Also number 9, Thomas DeVries.
DeVries, as well as Griffin Brown, the number 9 and number 8 respectively. Ty Morgan, trying to maintain possession, fell to his knees for a moment and just couldn't keep the ball in play. Turning with it is Culver. Culver, really been impressive to watch. For such a big body, he's quite technical, very well balanced. Culver, just as I talked to him, looking for Rivas through. Morgan trying the dummy turn. Alistair Shaw read that one. Now Shaw comes forward. Bit of a dance move as he brings the ball with him, and then after all that, elects to send it back through his partner Morse. Don Byrne knocks it off of the Bears attacker. We're also going to see Mario Herkovic here just a few moments, but not before we get a foul. Admittedly, I didn't see it. I think just a push off the ball, but really in a dangerous position here for the Bears. They've got an opportunity to capitalize. Dutchman line set up just inside the 18, right around the penalty spot. The Bears load the back post with their size and their numbers. Serving in is Culver. Left-footed ball towards the near post, right at Dyer. Culver will settle again with the chest. Tries to get the better of a defender. He does. Now on his left foot, back to his right foot. Nice move by Culver. Ball across the face of the goal. And Brandon Fless, alert and aware, deflects it out of bounds for a corner kick. Herkovic will check in for Dyer. And it's Morse, who came in the first half for the injured Alistair Shaw. Gavin Morse, the junior from Glenview, had a very nice game, a very nice showing in the back. But it's back to Nicholson and Shaw just as the Bears started off. That corner kick is won by Jansen. Jansen then carries the ball forward to the top of the 18. Strabel finds Davidson, and Davidson looking for Griffin Brown over top. Just got a little away from him. Coach Brand asking questions of his players in white, asking them why the passes are so loose, why they aren't on target. Certainly not what he's used to seeing out of his bunch. There's one here by Rivas. Rivas to Culver. Rivas on the right foot, a shot, and it's deflected by Hesselbein right back into a dangerous area, and somehow the Dutchmen survive again. Here's Huber. Well defended there by Nicholson. Coming back to get it is Lamba. Lamba finds Smith. Smith tips it forward and soon after was fouled. The Bears trying to keep the pace of this game. Trying to keep it quick and trying to remain on the front foot. Hesselbein thought about maintaining possession with his feet. Very quickly has to pick it up due to the pressure from Rivas. And have to imagine that the Dutchmen will want to start possessing in their own offensive end if they can. They've been really absorbing pressure for the last 10 minutes. Ever since that Kruber goal, the Bears have hit another gear. Here's Morgan. Morgan on the left foot. He's going to lose out there. Just a strong touch, and Nicholson was all over it. Culver on the turn. Plays it back out through Smith. 24:55 to go here, almost at the halfway point of the second half. Bless cuts out the pass, and the Dutchmen going the other way. On the far side, that's Herkovic looking for Huber. And with the right foot is Martin, sending it back towards midfield where it's won by Jansen. Byrne. Left foot. Back to Davidson. Strable into DeVries. DeVries back for Jansen. Byrne, right foot, good ball over top. This one's going to test Smith. Smith does a nice job, good position. But now it finds Huber. Huber on the right foot. Up to Morgan. Morgan fans on his left-footed try. And the Bears clear away at least momentarily. Jansen. Pass not where he intended, but it still finds a Hope College player. Huber, right-footed shot. That's a good one. Just misses the far post. A little bit more bend. We're talking about a 2-0 game. A name I haven't mentioned much tonight, and as I was talking about with my partner Matt last time out, Ethan Jansen, if you're not mentioning him, it's probably a good sign for the Dutchman because he is so stable and so consistent in the midfield. He'll get a break here about halfway through the second half. It's Kai Francisco who's back into the game for the Dutchman. Davidson trying to possess, gets kicked a couple of times and now stays on the ground and doesn't know that the foul is against him. Davidson seemed to take a knock. Getting help from trainer Eric Bile. Looks like he's going to be okay. Just really a stoppage there. I didn't see too much wrong with it. It's been no surprise to see the Bears trying to get play started quickly, and I think Davidson knew that he lost out as far as the official's decision, so was really just doing anything to slow up the speed of play there. And after all that, it appears that the official has changed his decision, and the free kick now belongs to the Dutchman. Head coach of Washington St. Louis, Joe Clark, a little bit frazzled and a little bit confused, and while I am apt to agree with the officials, part of my job, I have to agree with Coach Clark in this circumstance. We don't have VAR here at Hope College, and it seems that the official decided to go back on his decision without it. Strable and Brown over top of it for the Dutchman. Thought about going short towards Lyon. Now he will go short towards Lyon. And it's well read and defended by Rivas. On the turn is Brown. And the official blew his whistle, I think because it made contact with him. The Bears were concerned that it was another foul. And the drop ball by Griffin Brown back into the feet of Nicholson. Smith on the far side finds Daniels. Daniels tries to face up Byrne. Byrne going to ground, a little bit slow to get up. He makes his way back towards his center half position for the Dutchman. And the Bears are coming forward again, this time with a left-footed service towards Rivas. Good ball there by Shaw. Strable quick to react. Now Lyon trying to outlet through Francisco. Francisco nods it on to Brown. Good skill there from Ty Morgan. Ty Morgan got a little bit lucky with the deflection. Finds Huber. Huber trying to, rather it was Morgan trying to go back to Huber. Maybe a little bit too quick, but a good step here by Strable. Strable also looking for Huber. And once more, just the final detail, just a tad off. And possession is back to the Bears. 2 more changes coming up for the Dutchman as Ole Olsen as well as Paulo Akala will check back in for the Dutch. On it is DeVries. Now Byrne looking for Huber. Shaw the first to react. Now Herkovic coming down the left flank. Tries to get the better of Smith. He does on the left foot, but Smith recovers well. And a foul in transition here. That should and will be a yellow card for Thomas DeVries. Smart foul, professional foul. Nothing in it, just a stoppage of transition. Unfortunately, it's Alistair Shaw back down again. Have to believe it's that ankle or that whatever that lower leg injury that bothered him the first half. Just acting up again. Gave it all he had this afternoon, but once more it's Morse back into the game for the Bears. Good ball from the dead play. Over towards Giannis. Rivas trying to move forward, and his pass is cut out by DeVries. DeVries beats a defender. Right foot onto his left foot. Lost out, but only to Ty Morgan. DeVries goes wide towards Herkovic. Mario Herkovic back for Thomas DeVries. Into Ty Morgan. Ty Morgan on the turn. Well defended there by Morris. Back to Ty Morgan. Ty Morgan was touched, and then a failed clearance took a deflection right at Matt Martin, but that could have been an interesting situation had that deflection gone elsewhere. On the turn are the Bears, one back by the Dutchman, barely according to the referee, and another turnover in possession, this time from the Dutch, back to Wash U. Good ball here towards Culver. Byrne trying to deal with it. And Hesselbein well aware. And Byrne doing a nice job of shielding off Culver. Culver looking to see Hesselbein drop it. Savvy play there, but nothing doing. Hesselbein aware of his presence and rolls it out to his teammate. And now it's all the way up with Huber in the Dutchman offensive end. Morgan. Back for DeVries. DeVries can't get the ball out of his feet. Add line in transition. Elects to go back to Herkovic. Herkovic into Morgan. Morgan tries to turn away, missed his touch, and it's back with the Bears. Francisco will apply the pressure there. Looking for Rivas. Rivas doesn't get it where he wants it. Puts his arms up in frustration, and the Dutchmen are on the attack again. DeVries out to Herkovic. Herkovic, left-footed cross towards Huber, defended away by Morris. On it is Francisco, and the right-footed shot from Kai Francisco. Always traveling high, and finally, said their names 10 minutes ago, it's Paulo Alcala as well as Ole Olsen back into the game for the Dutchman. And we will also see Armando Sanchez Conde, senior out of St. Louis, back for Wash U. Lamba with it. Good skill there. Good awareness to find his teammate coming out of the back. Ollie Olsen. Found it out to Herkovic, and it was Smith who jumped the pass. And his pass towards the midfield is cut out by Francisco. 18-10 to go in the game. The Dutchmen maintain a 1-0 lead, but still have the feeling that this game could change really in just one moment. That's all it took for the Dutchmen to score. If you missed it earlier, it was Brett Dyer getting free down the left flank and then cutting one across to Nick Kubert, who made no mistake, inserting into the bottom right corner. But the Bears have had plenty of opportunities themselves. There's a challenge that's missed. In line, gets the end line. Right-footed ball across, dealt with by Morse. Griffin Brown going to be the first to challenge. He wins it. Shoulder to shoulder. Referee sees the ball. Left-footed shot. That one's blocked. And looked like it's going to get out of bounds. It will. Martin couldn't cover it. So the Dutchmen, with what I believe is their 6th corner of the evening, have another opportunity, an opportunity to build on this 1-0 lead. Won't be a substitution on the corner, but we will see the return of Lucas Regola out of Mississippi, junior defender for the Bears. Service from DeVries, right-footed ball towards the far post. Hit one defender, another defender hit the floor. He didn't hit the floor on his own, he was helped there, so a foul on Hope College. The Bears, per usual, get us underway quite quickly. Byrne collects off the chest into DeVries. DeVries is onside, right-footed shot, looking for the near post. Martin had it covered, ball goes wide, and now we'll get that substitution as Regola is back into the game.
Substitution. Entering the lineup for the Bears, number 15, Lucas Regula.
Regula back in. It's Giannis who takes a break. First ball won by Byrne. Third ball won by Byrne. Fourth ball bounces the way of the Bears, but it's cut out by Fless. Fless with an outlet towards Lyon. Lyon with good skill finds Brown. Brown's got runners ahead. Elects to go for the ball across. That's Ole Olsen. Olsen on the front foot. Finds DeVries. DeVries, right foot. Cuts back, now on his left foot. Almost got away from the defender there. Good skill from DeVries. We know he can be shifty. Bears trying to play out. Well defended by Strabel. Strabel looking to connect. Finds Alcala. Alcala on the turn. Has options. Cruyff turn. Trying to get off his foot now, and he'll lose out. Took too much time. Well defended by Rivas, who does it on both ends of the field. Not just a goal-scoring threat, but he also defends, and now he's going to go through on the other side. But just as I say that, Dom Byrne is there to clear up any potential mess. Lamba with it. Now on the near side to Smith, who has shifted over from the right side. Fless getting into the back of the attacker there. That time it was 22, Ezra Joseph. Ole Olsen picks up the errant pass. He's got DeVries ahead of him. He also has Alcala if he can get it there. Alcala now. Right foot Alcala. Cuts it back across, well defended by the Bears. Back to Alcala, right-footed again, well defended by the Bears. And a bit of an acrobatic clearance to completely get rid of the danger. Lyon, pressured there by Sanchez Conde. And two more substitutions as we'll get two returners. It's Ryan Flynn and Matt Wimmer looking to close this one out for the Dutchman. No surprise, but this has been very well managed by head coach David Brandt and Hope. Wimmer with it. Into Lyon. Wimmer looking down the end line. Lost it. Jake Lyon wins it back. But only to the feet of Lamba, who outlets the other way. It was Daniels trying to collect. Eventually he does. And nice work defending by Alcala. Alcala now, right foot. Nicely defended there, and I have to agree with the official there. The fans don't agree with him, but I believe that was a perfectly fair challenge by the Bears. The Dutchman still on the front foot. Deep here into the second half. A little under 13 minutes to go. Ball up the line towards Alcala. He can't catch up with that. And we're going to see 2 more changes as Landon Green, freshman out of California. And then it's another freshman, this time for the Dutchman, Matt Davidson, out of Grand Ledge. Also seeing the return of Ethan Jansen here in a few moments. Fless, what a step there. Now he's out of position. Could be an issue for the Dutchman. Herkovic to pressure. Beating him there with the Bears. Daniels up the line towards Green. Got Byrne on his back, and Byrne, great feet there. Both of the players showing really good skill. It's Byrne's skill that is superior. Up the line towards Ole Olsen. Olsen on the half turn. Right foot. Has options. Back to his left foot. Back to his right foot. Well defended. I think that's Regola out there, keeping Ole Olsen in front of him. Now Davidson. One-on-one situation. Right-footed cross right across the face of goal. Wasn't a bad idea from the freshman. And before Rivas can get ahead of steam, Kai Francisco is right in his back and wins it. Matt Davidson. Back to Strabel. Strabel towards Davidson. Davidson up the line towards Alcala. Nicholson using that big frame of his to just muscle off Alcala. But the clearance from Morse finds no one but his assistant coach, Oscar Umar. And we'll see Brett Dyer coming in for Mario Herkovic. And we'll see Kai Francisco taking a rest as Ethan Jansen returns for the Dutchman. Griffin Brusso has his number called on the sidelines along with Nick Kubert. So the 2 original number 9s coming back in for the Dutchman. That throw-in finds its way past Alcala. Going out the other way is Nicholson towards Regula. Lamba with it. Right-footed pass. Davidson is there to meet Smith. Green now holds it up nicely. Finds Lamba. Lamba's got options the other way. He goes the other way. Good ball here. It's going to test Dyer as Daniels is there to collect. Daniels does a nice job with the right foot. Now the left-footed pass is picked off by Byrne. Byrne towards Alcala. Alcala with no help. See if he can maintain possession for the Dutchman. He can't. It's won back by Nicholson. Nicholson looking for options. Finds Culver. Culver trying to get back to that favored left foot. He does. Finds Rivas. Smith goes through Lamba. Lamba floats one out wide right. Catching up to that was a Bear. That was Regula again, but couldn't get there quite in time, and we'll see those 2 substitutions I mentioned.
Number 16, Nick Kubert. Also number 20, Griffin Brusso.
So Nick Kubert and Griffin Brusso back into the game, courtesy of Darren. Tightly contested passage of play over on the far side. We're under 10 minutes to go, and although the Dutchman did find a breakthrough about 10 minutes into this second half, it's been quite a stalemate ever since. No team really getting better chances than the other. Few opportunities immediately following that Kubert goal for the Bears. Tested Hesselbein, and speaking of Kubert, he's looking to press Nicholson, but Nicholson doing a nice job to scamper away, and now he advances into the midfield and subsequently into the front third. Ball down the line, looking for Daniels. Byrne doing a nice job. Can't match Daniels for speed. Appears to be able to match Daniels for wit. Gets in the way, and now the other way are the Dutchmen, but it's back to Martin, who outlets towards Smith. Smith smartly turns forward and will carry with the left foot. Kubert, who chased down Martin, makes his way back to also defend against Smith, but the quick throw-in has the Bears on the front foot again. It's Green. Cruyff turn. Good skill here from Green. He cuts back in. Lamba having a peek. Outlets through Nicholson. Nicholson. Forward towards Ragula. Ragula's ball dealt with by Stravel towards Davidson. Davidson needs to get it out. It's Green on the right foot. That one was blocked. Looked like it could have been a handball. Nothing doing from the official. Must have got the small of Brandon Fless's back. Smith. Sizes up Wimmer. Gets past Wimmer. Ragula. Right-footed strike. Never going to trouble Hesselbein from there. So 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the second half. Dutchmen still with 1-0 lead. 6:15 local time. Air starting to cool down. Sun's still a long way from setting. Definitely can say that. The weather is not a factor for either one of these teams. Maybe a little bit of wind one way or the other, but no clear advantage for anyone. Good skill and strength here by Baruso, and eventually he's going to win a foul. Nicholson can't believe it. Official was right on top of it, though. And the Dutchman with a chance to recalibrate and also looking at an opportunity to extend the lead. Joe Clark barking out instructions. It's Nick Kubert and Ryan Flynn over the ball for the Dutchman. Only two forward for the Dutch, and Kubert goes short to Flynn. Flynn on the right foot. Wants to have a go, I'm sure. Finds Jansen. Now it's going to fall to Flynn. Flynn with the go. Nice save there by Matt Martin. He saw it the whole way. Fell down to his right side, and he gives it a ride with that big right foot. One confidently by Byrne. And now Daniels coming through the midfield. Wimmer got a foot in. It's enough to steer it off to Byrne. Byrne towards Dyer. Dyer has Kubert ahead. That's who he'll look for. And Kubert, even somebody as fast as Kubert can't catch up to that one. And now Martin outlets. And look at Nick Kubert working back to pressure Lamba. Have to love the work rate. Mario Herkovic has his number called, and he's going to return for the Dutchman. Numbers opportunity here for Wash U. Right-footed ball coming across. It's a good one. Nobody home on the back post aside from Nicholson. Rather, excuse me, it's Smith. Smith fakes left, goes right, right-footed shot. That's blocked. Falls to Culver. Culver trying to maintain possession. Fless was up in the air. Culver left-footed shot. What a block. I think it was Ethan Jansen who intervened.
Substitution. Entering the lineup for the Bears, number 5, now Giannis.
Giannis back into the game for the Bears. Herkovic back into the game for the Dutchman. Corner for the Bears. Right into the mixer. First header is cleared. It will come to Giannis, who just checked back in. Giannis serves it back in with the right foot. That'll be won by Fless. Really strong there. Morse took a spill. Could have been worried about him for a second, but he seems to be okay. Now it's Nicholson and Kubert, one-on-one. Kubert, well defended by Nicholson. Davidson there to pressure as well. Kubert has a man open. He doesn't see him, and left-footed shot was going towards the top corner. Had Ryan Flynn received that ball, he would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And concern again for the Bears, as this time it's Nicholson down in a heap. And he looks to be in some real pain here. Back on his feet, good to see. Asking for a foul from the linesman, but Not going to get it retroactively. Instead, with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go, we've got a bit of a nail-biter. Frankly, the game has felt a bit stale at times. Most likely because these teams are two of the stronger programs in the country at the Division III level. Evenly matched and clear that they've been preparing for each other for a few days now. This one out to Giannis. Giannis, right side, up the line towards Daniels. Daniels, right-footed service. Runners going, Culver, header. Couldn't get enough power on it. It's collected by Hesselbein. 3 minutes and 33 seconds. If all stays the same, the Dutchman would improve to 3-1-1. Hesselbein sends it up towards Kubert. Nice knot on there by Kubert. Russo going to give Morse a run for his money here. But the number 12 in red does a nice job to shield that one out of play. Martin looks to set down and get us moving again. Good turn away from pressure there by Sanchez. Sanchez Conde running through another tackle. And Byrne wins it for the Dutchman. Touched away from any of the players in white by a player in red. That time it was Giannis. Now Smith on the near side. Inserted pass towards Sanchez Conde. Hesselbein has to come get it. Sanchez Conde wasn't about to give up on it, and had he had one more step, he may have been in. Brandon Fless showing confidence in his keeper's speed. 2.5 to go. Dutchman just trying to hang on. Coach Dave Brandt knelt down right in front of his bench, still barking out instructions per usual. Coach Clark in his respective area, trying to get his numbers to push forward. Nicholson to Smith. Smith, right-footed ball over top. Here's Green versus Byrne. Byrne wins the race. Right-footed ball, great clearance from Byrne right back at Smith. Smith nods it across towards Lamba. That one's going to be won by Brusso. Brusso to Wimmer. Wimmer through to Kubert. If Kubert has the legs, this could be some time off the clock for the Dutchman. He doesn't. Smith does a nice job to win the race. Effectively wins the throw-in. And now Nicholson out through Martin. Bears with only a few more attacks, and this game's going to run out of gas. Ball up towards Brusso. Brusso trying to maintain possession, only finds Lamba. Lamba for Culver. It's Jansen who gets a foot in there, but then Jansen loses out. Now Culver has it again on that left foot. Great ball there. Sanchez Conde looked for the ball through, and it's hooked away by Brett Dyer. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the game. Dyer out of bounds again.
1 minute remaining in the second half.
There's the 1 minute call. Bears still pushing. Dom Byrne looking to shield. Nice job by Dom Byrne. Gets kicked for shielding it out of bounds. A little bit of frustration there from Culver. But nothing but a hard-fought battle between these two. Hesselbein with 35 seconds. You have to know he'll take his time at this point in the contest. He'll look to send it deep. Hesselbein towards midfield, right at Wimmer. First ball won by the Bears, second ball won by the Bears, and they're going to get one last opportunity here. It's Smith. Smith pressured by Strabel. Sanchez Conde. 12 seconds to go. Chest pass. Hooked away by Fless. Green on the volley. Took a Hope defender out of the play. And Green with the last gasp effort misses left. And a bit of pandemonium here at the end of the game. All players hands on their knees. Clearly a hard-fought contest. Washington St. Louis showing some frustration, and it's the Dutchman with the jubilation. They improved to 3-1-1. Really a great game here. Some final statistics for you. Looks like 10 shots on goal for the Dutchman. That one goal beat the goalkeeper Martin. Came from Nick Kubert, assisted by Brett Dyer. The Bears weren't without their fair share of chances. They had 7 shots on goal. A handful of dangerous opportunities that forced really good saves, quite frankly a few straight up reaction saves from Hesselbein. But after all that is said and done, as I mentioned earlier, the once undefeated Bears are undefeated no longer. They are now 4-1 on the year. The Hope College Flying Dutchmen, 2-1-1 coming into this game, will improve to 3-1-1 as we continue to make our way through non-conference play. So, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this afternoon. The Dutchmen are in action on the road this Saturday, traveling down to Heidelberg. So look out for that action from Heidelberg's website, and we'll see you here next week. For now, I'm Steve Binnick. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great evening. We'll see you soon.